There are some common myths that women go through in terms of what training is actually doing to their body. I think I've handed this out before, it's been a while, I know, so let's just revisit some of the points that I want to make to you all, and then that way if you guys have questions about anything in terms of how your body's reacting or what's going on with your body, you can come talk to me or Coach Barnhart or Coach Metzger about any of the women issues you guys might be experiencing or questions that you might not feel comfortable asking one of my male counterparts. The first one, guys, okay, and this is important. On average, women possess only about 1/10 the amount of testosterone that men have, therefore making it really hard for them to bulk up and get big. So when you tell me that your pants don't fit anymore and your shirts don't fit anymore, it's primarily what you're putting in your mouth and not what we're doing in here, okay? Because if you read number 2, okay, women have more slow twitch muscle fibers, okay, by nature. So they're more prone to put on muscle mass with higher reps, 12s to 16s. How many 12s and 16 reps do we do? 0, right? Because we're training for power, we're training for explosion, and we stay within that 2 to 6 range, okay? So, back to number 1, when you tell me, I can't fit into my stuff anymore, I know that we train with 2 to 6 reps, so we're training for power and being really explosive. It's hard for us to put on any type of muscle mass because we're not in the hypertrophy phase very long. Hypertrophy means, it's a fancy word for muscle building, okay? So, I just want to get that clear. So everybody understands the point I'm trying to make? Yes? Very good. Number 3, most women have overly loose elbows and knees, leaving room for injury. Okay, by strength training your ligaments and tendons, which support these weak areas, you actually become more strong and stable. Okay, we do a lot of stuff in here to help reduce the incidence of injury. Can we prevent it? Wholeheartedly, no. And if I could, trust me, guys, I would. Okay, I would do that. I hate to see people get injured. I hate the fact that it happens, but that's part of what you do. Okay, that's the risk you have as an athlete. Okay, but you also have great reward as being an athlete as well. Okay, so we really try hard to make sure that we're focusing on number 3, taking care of making sure our tendons and ligaments are nice and strong around our joints, so that you're making sure that we're not getting any type of injury or help to reduce the risk of it. Okay, number 4. Muscle can't be turned into fat, and fat can't be turned into muscle. And this is I always giggle when I hear this one. They're 2 separate things, guys. Your fat cells are one thing, your muscle cells are another thing. They can get bigger and smaller, okay, but they can't turn into one another. Okay, so if you are gaining weight, it could be muscle or it could be fat. And the only true way to know that is through a body pod test. And we'll talk about that here in a minute. But you need to understand that muscle and fat can't turn into one another. Alright? And actually, muscle cells require 8 times the amount of energy that fat cells do. Okay, leading us into number 5. Alright, because muscle cells require more energy, that means your metabolism is going to be higher. Alright, so it's great to have more muscle because that means you can actually eat more, consume more calories. Your body needs more fuel because you're burning more energy. Okay? So the higher muscle that you carry, you might weigh more, but you're burning a lot of energy. And your body's a lot more adaptable to being strong and fit and being a great athlete. Okay, so not only does it help with your metabolic rate during the day, but it increases it while you're resting. So while you're sleeping, you're actually burning calories. So having muscle is a great thing. You need to be sure that you're trying to do all you can in terms of your nutrition. Make sure you get the protein that you need. Okay, number 6, most women are concerned about their body weight. Okay, when in fact you need to be concerned about your body fat percentage or your body comp. Okay, and we just started a program here at UK with the body pod testing. Okay, and some of you might walk into that thinking, oh, I don't want to know. I just don't want to. I just can't take it. Okay, when you go to body pod, guys, it's such a wonderful tool for you to see where you are at. Okay, and you don't want to be afraid of the number. As a Division I athlete, which I played many moons ago. I wanted to know where I was. Okay, I wanted to know, am I at a level that I am going to perform my best? Okay, it's not something you want to be afraid of. You want to go in and treat it as a wonderful tool, and it is. It's a wonderful tool that we're able to see with our female athletes. You know, if you're in a red zone, that you're too high or you're too low, you need to know that so that you can address those issues. So that at the end of the day, the performance is as good as it's going to get. Okay. And And then number 7, this is a little bit down the road, but by adding muscle, your bone inherently gets stronger, okay? Because as your muscles get stronger, your bone has to increase in size to support that weight, okay? To support that mass. So you want to make sure that this carries all the way down in your life, but osteoporosis is something that every woman should be concerned about later on in their lives. So you guys doing the muscle training and the strength training that you're doing now is actually helping you be healthier down the road, okay? Let's talk a little bit about the future, just some thinking points that I want to talk to you all about, just empowering women and being a woman athlete, that you guys are role models, okay, to young athletes and to young girls, okay, and that's a responsibility that I think you all should, I don't think you guys should all dwell on it every single day, but always constantly kind of think in the back of your mind that you are a representative from the University of Kentucky, you're a representative of the sport you play, and you're representative of a strong woman. Not strong physically, but an empowered woman. Okay, and if you don't believe that, I have a 2.5-year-old that is at home and she has her little baby dolls, and she puts her baby dolls in her stroller and she walks around, she goes, you want to go to a softball game? You want to go to a basketball game? You want to go see hamburger shoe? And I'm like, okay. She's 2.5. Okay, and if you guys don't think you make an impact on kids that come see you, you're wrong. Okay, so you need to make sure that when you're out in public or you're doing camps and stuff, and I know you guys just got off camps, that I know you're tired and you're like, God, I just go. I wish this was over. I can't take it anymore. Camp is cracking me. Always remember that someone's watching you. Okay, and those little girls are looking at you and being like, man, I wish I could be like you. Okay, so make sure that you're always thinking about those things. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about self-respect, okay? When you walk out of here, we have a dress code and all that stuff, and when you do your own thing, that's fine. But make sure that you're not dressing inappropriately in public, all right? Small little tank top, little short. It's not who you are, but it is your first impression. Okay, so when people meet you, when you're at the University of Kentucky and they say, hi, I'm Ian Arms and I play volleyball, and she's got these little shorts on, she's got a belly hang down, and she's like, or if you guys go out in the evenings, I know that happens, all right, just be aware that that sets the tone for people to judge you on. Okay? And really make sure that you're having self-respect with that type of stuff. And the same thing with your social media. Okay, I know Facebook is a big deal. I have no idea how to use it. I'm not on it. I don't have any friends. I don't want friends. I have no idea. Okay, but I know it's a big deal. You guys might think I'm out of touch, but I know what's going on. Okay, and so if you're doing that stuff and you're posting things that are out there that you're doing that might not represent you in the best light, you always kind of want to think about that. Okay, because again, you're not the only person that sees it. There are a lot of other people who see it. And as a role model, I know one of our coaches is always talking about decisions are not proportional, and that is the truth. You can do great things 364 days a year, 65 days a year. All right, but you mess up one day, and that knocks everything that you've done for that entire year down. Okay? So you've got to be thinking about that. And that is so true. It is so true. All right? And then the last thing is just, use these sessions not only to, I'm always harping on you. You got to be a better athlete. You got to get stronger. You got to be faster. You got to get competitive. We got to work harder. We want to win championships. That's all true. And at the end of the day, that's what we want. But also, I want you to walk out of here and be empowered. Okay, so when you're done with your 4 to 5 years,